James Martin shouted at one of the cameramen during a recent episode of his ITV cooking show Saturday Morning because he wasn't focusing on the food he was preparing. Last weekend, James Martin was back to host his ITV cooking show, Saturday Morning. He invited a number of celebrity guests onto the show, including the likes of Steps singer Faye Tozer and celebrity chefs Ryan and Liam Simpson-Trotman. The presenter also answered some of his viewers' cooking dilemmas, including how to make the perfect scrambled eggs. However, during one segment, James ended up shouting at one of the cameramen because he wasn't focusing on the dish he was cooking. During one of his cooking demonstrations, James took viewers out of the studio and went to a vineyard instead.
The outdoor demo saw the celebrity chef make a fish dish with a butter sauce.
Before he began to cook, James pointed out it was 35 degrees at the vineyard, and he joked viewers would slowly see him change to a darker shade of red. I thought I would do a lovely fish dish, he explained. But what I am going to do is take a little bit of ling. This is a lovely white fish. He continued, you can use hake if you can get it, you can use haddock. But so often when it's fresh, it's quite floppy and quite delicate. So, by salting it just a little bit for about 10 minutes, it firms up the flesh nicely. I'm going to serve this with a classic beurre blanc. Now there are variants of this all over France. This is a classic sauce that is thickened with butter. James went on to explain the sauce was ideally made with very cold butter, however, in 35-degree heat that wasn't going to be possible. The 49-year-old carried on with the dish and he began by preparing the sauce. He chopped up some onions and put them in a pan with white peppercorns and some fresh thyme. He added white wine vinegar and some white wine to the pan so that it could reduce down. While preparing the dish, James interacted with the cameraman called Rob, as he moved around his cooking station. However, things quickly took an unexpected turn when the chef ended up shouting at his co-star for not panning the camera where he wanted him to. After chopping up the carrots and courgettes, James was eager for the cameraman to get a good shot of the colorful vegetables. Get in here, Rob, James insisted as the cameraman panned to the dish. Look, 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 James continued. Look at that. Although, as Rob panned away from the dish, the chef shouted at him, "Stay on it, Rob. Stay on it, don't leave me." James then placed the piece of fish on top of the vegetables to steam it. The presenter carried on with the cooking segment and when the fish was ready, he was able to serve it up.